How you guys doing? It's only me. I'm back with another stories from my work life for you. So, as promised in the last work story video, I told you I'd have a good story for you, and this one is good. This is Bournemouth. When we all, as a company, there was literally about how many? It was about 8 or 9 of us altogether, I think. And we all had this event that we was doing in Bournemouth, and this was in the early 2000s. I can't remember if it was 2001 or 2002, but it was around that area. So if you want to stay and listen, come on guys, settle in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get going. All right. So at this point, I'm a couple of years in working for the events company, and I get asked, right, do you want to do a weekend job? And I'm like, yeah, brilliant. That means, do you want to like go out? You're away for the weekend, basically. I was like, yeah, brilliant. Okay. So it worked out, like I said, there was about 8 or 9, and there was a big 20-foot lorry full up with inflatables. There was a transit, a Mercedes Sprinter van, one full up with the blowers or the fans for the inflatables, and that had that in it. There was another Mercedes Sprinter, what was just loaded front to back with soft play. Now, those of you who don't know what soft play is, it's all the big foam soft bits for the little kiddie areas, like the crash mats and little ball pits, everything like that, all for the little toddlers and infants. And believe it or not, that kind of stuff takes up quite a bit of room. So what it is with that, we've got it's like padded walls that go all the way around. Yeah. So, and you've got like an inflatable door that goes with it. So no child can get hurt. There's crash mats that thick that we put on the ground. Everything's soft and fluffy. It's lovely. The kids love it. So one van's full of that. Another van is full of all our bags and sleeping bags for the weekend. So, and as well as that, a couple of bodies. Because unfortunately we filled up the vans with so much, there was no room for anyone to sit. So what we had to do, a few of us back then, we had to jump in the back of the van while we got there. That was interesting, let me tell you. You can't see anything because I fit on one of the vans, like the light you're supposed to have in the back, that didn't work. So it was pitch black dark the whole journey. So yeah, that was fun. You talk about disorientated. You've got no clue of what direction you're going. When you think you're going left, you could be going right. And yeah, you don't know where you're going. At this point, I'd never been to Bournemouth before, so it was an adventure. Anyway, we get there around about 10 a.m. Yeah, so it's nice and early. We have the entire day, because we get there a day early, so we have the entire day to set up and make sure everything's as it should be, that the inflatables are up, they're safe, they're staked down to the ground, all the blowers are full, full of petrol, because that's what they run on, petrol, or as you say in America, gas. Sorry, your cars do not run on gas. Your cars run on petrol. It's a liquid. Just typical Americans. Anyway, so yeah, we had to make sure that they was fenced off so that no kids could go near them. Everything was done correctly. And when we get there, we realise we're not the only inflatables firm there. We are also working with another companies there who we work alongside with. And working alongside there was quite a few. Now, bearing in mind, most of these guys, between the ages, I'd say 19 to 23. So, yeah, and the other firm's got a couple of nice-looking girls working there. So, as you can imagine, every guy was trying to chat up the girls. And what fun that was. That was fun. But once we got done, What the governor wanted to do then, he said, right, well, how about let's go to the beach for a bit and then we'll go and have a nice curry in an Indian restaurant and we'll go for a beer. Yeah, everyone's up for that. So that's what we did. We took up 2 tables worth, I think. And yeah, we had a right good time. We ate so much food. And then we went to the pub where we drank till we couldn't, like, it was chucking out time. And yeah, we was still 2, 3 pints each, and they're calling last orders. So what we're doing, us, cheeky gits, we don't care. All right, you want to stay at the pub? We're taking our beer with us. So we took the pints with us. Went back to the area where we were supposed like working the next day. So we've got all the vans that are there parked up. And bearing in mind, we haven't got a hotel or anywhere. We're sleeping in the back of that lorry that I mentioned earlier, the 20-foot lorry that had the inflatables in it. Yeah, everyone's sleeping bags are in the back of that, in the trailer. So yeah, that was fun. So we're in the back of that, having a laugh and a joke anyway. And at this point, there was no... Mobile phones weren't like they are now. Not at all. Literally, a mobile phone back then, you called out on it or you made a text message. That was it. It was the bog standard 3310 Nokia mobile phone. That was it. There was no Netflix. There was no Spotify. There was none of that. You couldn't even have your music on it. If you wanted your music, you'd have to have a radio, like a cassette player or a CD player or MP3 player, and that's what you took with you. But a couple of us got a bit devious because we was like, oh, let's go and see the girls. Let's go and see the girls. Let's see what they're up to. So we're sneaking out and we're sneaking round. And the girls are looking out of their tent or whatever. They're watching us. They know what we're up to, but we kept getting caught. The governor's like, no, leave them alone. Come on, they're here to work. I'm like, oh, all right. So the next day, I get light duties, as I like to call it, because my whole job, that whole day, right, it swapped the day after, but for that whole day, my job was to go around and make sure that every blower was full, right? If it wasn't full and it needed topping up, that's what I had to do, top it up, yeah? And with that, it is easy, but it's also annoying because you're carrying big, the big like army style green petrol cans. I'm carrying one of them in each arm, right, in each hand, and I'm walking round making sure that they're topped up, which is fine. But when they're empty, then I have to walk all the way back to the vans where all the petrol's kept, because it's got to be kept out of sunlight, obviously. Go get more, and then walk back. And it's just like backwards and forwards all day long, going round. And if anything goes wrong with a blower, I have to carry a replacement. And that's not easy, because each blower weighs, I think it's 25 kgs, right? So you do get a workout whilst you're carrying a blower. You're carrying it up there and you're walking with it, waddling, So more often than not, my forearms will be cut because of the metal on the bottom, what sturdies it. So, yeah, I ended up doing that anyway. And when it came time at the end of the weekend, we was packing down and we got all our stuff down really, really quickly. Because there were so many of us, we all knew what we was doing at that point. So it was a case of if you was working on the equipment, that is what you broke down. Yeah? So if I was working on the galleon, I'd help do the galleon. If I was working on the crazy cottage, I'd start helping them break that down. Although with that, at that point, all of us would bundle on that. That would be left till last, right? We'd open up all the vents, untie all the ropes so it's all separated and just let it deflate, right? So that way it gives us however long we needed, an hour and a half to get all the other bits down, rolled, and once they was rolled, they were set up, everything was put in place. So one person would come along, right, throw the blower in the van would go to the next inflatable, get all the blowers, yeah? Once it had all the blowers, they went. Then it was the soft play. Once that was loaded up into the van, they went back to the depot. So that just left packing up all the inflatables. And before then, everyone rushed onto the cottage to get that rolled. And I tell you what, we rolled it so small. It was ridiculous because there were so many of us and we got it really nice and tight roll. It was beautiful. I think it's the best one I've ever seen it get rolled. We got that on, and then the governor turned round to two of us, me and my mate, and he said, look, I would just say Debbie for now, just a random name. Like, Debbie's going to wait for you, but give the girls a hand, they're struggling. I was like, yeah, all right, no problem. So, with everyone else out of the way, slippery nuts here. Hey, can I get your number? I got a number. We open pack away, right? And then we're on the road. We get back to the yard. And everyone's like, what? Yeah, them girls, what a shame. And I went, yeah, I got a number. How'd you do that? When'd you do that? Oh, it was funny. That was funny. You can just imagine like all the other guys there. Oh, what? I wanted to get her number. It's like, well, sorry, too slow. But yeah, that was just one fun weekend, I tell you. And I really enjoyed it. I really did. And I have so many more stories of this firm, like working on this firm, that I want to tell. And I'm gonna, there's a few of them. I'm going to tell you working at a celebrity's house, different celebrities. So I'll tell you what happens there. I'm not going to tell you who the celebrity is, just for safe, like not safe, protection. Yeah, no, I'm trying to protect as many people as I can here. With like by at the same time, like the story. But let's just say a footballer, and we went to a footballer's house to do a job, and I'll let you know what goes on there. That will be in the next video, guys. So yeah, thanks very much. If you've survived this long watching, remember to hit that subscribe button, please. I want to get this channel up. I really want the numbers to go. So come on, hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you on the next story. Bye.